Hello everyone, today we will open up the last Strixhaven commander deck, Witherbloom Witchcraft, which is the Golgari deck with this creepy looking thing, Willow Dusk, the Essence Seer. Now this is printed on the cardboard, so this is not the actual card, but let's take a look at what we have. Yes, the background is not what you guys are used to, because I was opening some Pokemon. Oh, well, maybe you are used to it if you have seen my other videos. Right, so we get a whole box of MtG with some push-out counters, some punch counters, and a box with Witherbloom Witchcraft and the art of the commander, of course. A placeholder for the empty space in the box, because you can put your deck in there sleeved. Not double sleeved, but just regular sleeved. Right, so here is the thick-edged card for Willow Dusk, the Essence Seer. It's a 3 mana 3/3 with the ability for 1 and tap. Choose another target creature. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of life you gained this turn, or the amount of life you've lost this turn, whichever is greater. Activate only as a sorcery. Now this card is crazy. We have tested the decks yesterday, and this guy, oh my god, it can make giants. Right, you go join the tea party. Yes. Right, so we get our deck and the tokens. Now I first want to get rid of the tokens, as in get it out of the way. And what do we get? We get a fungus beast, several, saprolings, pests, a whole lot of pests. We get a food token, actually a whole bunch of food tokens, and a demon token with quite a new art. I like that one, really nice. Okay, so yeah, let's open up the deck. Like I said, Willow Dusk, that one is thick and edged, way thicker than the regular one. So yeah, you cannot put this one in your regular deck, but you can use him as your commander. And if you want to use it in your regular deck, you have this one. So we know what it does. Next up is Guillaume, the Master Chef. It's the lunch lady of Strixhaven, or lunch guy actually, lunch man. For 4 mana it's a 5/3 trample, and at the beginning of your end step, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of non-token creatures you had entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Then for 1 you can sacrifice a food, and target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Nice. One of these. And then let's take a look at the rest of the deck. So first of all, we have some unique cards for the deck, starting with Blight Mound. For 3, it's an enchantment. Attacking pests you control get +1/+0 and have menace. And whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Alright. Essence Pulse. A sorcery for 4, you gain 2 life. Each creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. Then we have a Marshland Bloodcaster. For 5, it's a 3/5 flying with an ability for 2 mana and tap. Rather than pay the mana cost of the next spell you cast this turn, you may pay life equal to the spell's mana value. That's interesting, very interesting. But it's quite expensive. Next up we have Tivash, the Gloom Summoner. For 5 mana, it's a 4/4 lifelink. And at the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, you may pay X life, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. Huh, interesting. And then if you do, create an XX Black Demon creature token with flying. That's very interesting. And these are, by the way, Warlocks. Yeah. Lovely. Alright, so we have a Vane Witch Coven. For 3 mana, it's a 3/3 menace, and whenever you gain life, you may pay black. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And then Blossoming Bog Beast. For 5, it's a 3/3, and whenever it attacks, you gain 2 life. Then creatures you control gain trample and get +X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. Ezarut Channeler. For 6, it's a 4/6 reach. Creature spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. And then for tap you can gain 2 life. Healing Technique. It's a sorcery for 4 with Demonstrate. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. You gain life equal to the card's mana value. Exile Healing Technique. Then we have Pest Infestation. For 1 green and XX. It's a sorcery. Destroy up to X target creatures and or enchantments. Create twice X 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Sproutback Trudge for 9 mana. Whew, it's a 9/7, and this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. It has trample, and at the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, you may cast Sproutback Trudge from your graveyard. So there's a whole lot of abilities and stuff that work with life gain. Here's another card, Trudge Garden for 3. It's an enchantment. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 4/4 green fungus beast creature token with trample. Then we have Yedora, the Grave Gardener. For 5, it's a 5/5. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land. Oh, that's really cool, actually. That's really cool. And it's a legendary, so you can actually make a deck out of it. Right, we have a sorcery here, Revival Experiment for 6. For each permanent type, return up to 1 card of that type from your graveyard to the battlefield. You lose 3 life for each card returned this way. Exile Revival Experiment. Then we have Witch's Clinic. It's a land that taps for colorless, and then for 2 you can tap it and target commander, gains lifelink until end of turn. That's cool. Really cool. So now we are going over to the reprints. And I won't go over them in detail, so here we go. We have a Blood Tracker, Damnable Pact, Deadly Tempest, Defiant Bloodlord, Noxious Gearhulk. We have Obnixilis the Reignited, Sangromancer, Sanguine Bond, Taste of Death, Ageless Entity, Nissa's Renewal, Verdant Sun's Avatar, Gaze of Granite, Gluttonous Troll, Sapling of Kolfinar. Wow, that's a long time. Long time no see. Alhamarit's Archive, Druidic Satchel, Loxodon Warhammer, Venser's Journal, Well of Lost Dreams, another exotic orchard, a High Market, Llanowar Wastes, Temple of Melody. There we have some Strixhaven cards, uncommons and commons. We have Honor Troll, Dina, the Soul Steeper. We have Mortality Spear, Witherbloom Campus, and a Study Hall, which is also a new card. And then we go over the reprinted commons and uncommons. Ancient Craving, Bloodthirsty Aerialist, Epicure of Blood, Feed the Swarm, Greed, Reckless Spite, Silver Smote Ghoul, Suffer the Past, Vampire Nighthawk, Cultivate, Gift of Paradise, Pulse of Murasa, Rampant Growth, Leyline Prowler, Moldervine Reclamation, Arcane Signet, Elixir of Immortality, Paradise Plume, Pristine Talisman, Sol Ring, Sun Droplet, Talisman of Resilience, Blighted Woodland, Command Tower, Gingerbread Cabin, Golgari Rot Farm, Jungle Hollow, Myriad Landscape, Radiant Fountain, Rogue's Passage, Sapseep Forest, Tainted Wood, and Temple of the False God. And the rest are just swamps and forests. So there you have it. I've seen in, when we have tested these decks, this specific deck is really quite good. A lot of things that work together, and it can get you things real big, real fast. So there we have it. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next video. Bye bye.